Rachel Neal, NEOSI. James, the other day during the post game after the different game, Donovan Mitchell said right now this team is hooping on five.
Yep.
Do you agree with him? And how do you, it's only been 3 games, so small sample size, but how have you managed to fit in so seamlessly?
Definitely vibes. Definitely good energy. Definitely communicating and just talking about the things that's important. You know what I mean? Like I told them, I'll figure it out. You know, like just, you know, we'll do some adjusting, you know, with each other. But for the most part, y'all play with y'all and do what y'all been doing, and I'll you know, find my way. And you know, they've been doing that. You know what I mean? So even tonight, like, you know, I shoot 4 shots, but we win by 25 points. That's the most important thing. And, you know, Sam gets it going. And I'm just here to win. So whatever that looks like, if I got to go out there and score a lot of points or I got to take 4 shots and we win, that's the most important thing for me. And tonight was one of those, you know, one of those examples.
Joe Reedy, Associated Press. James, Kobe talked last week when the trade became official that you were already talking to him about lineups and kind of scouting and everything. When did you start kind of examining the Cavs or scouting the Cavs as maybe possibly your future team and how it would work?
I mean, I love basketball, so I watch, you know, the games when I'm not playing. I mean, you know, when I'm not playing, I watch just NBA app and just different games, different teams and whatnot. But when it was brought to my attention, then I started really tuning in on, you know, on the lineups, the different rotations, and you know, who was on the roster. And I mean, it's, you know, you have shooting, you have athleticism for bigs, you have, you know, a head honcho in Don. And then you just got a whole bunch of, obviously you got great coaching. Then you just got a whole bunch of guys that are unselfish and willing to do whatever it takes to win. Outside looking in, and once you actually get here, it's like, oh, that's really the case. You know what I mean? And even for Don, like unselfish. Even last game in Denver, like the last couple minutes of the game, he just gave me the ball, let me facilitate and do what I do. So you don't really get that. You know what I mean? From superstars in this league. And so that right there gave me the open welcome to, hey, you know, you just have as much as freedom as we both have the same freedom, if that makes sense. But you know, just try to get a feel for the game, no practices, a couple film sessions. You know, hopefully after this break we can get some practices in and figure out things that work, things that don't work. But just all off vibes, all off IQ.
And then just first home game, what did you think of the atmosphere? Everybody had their beer.
The crowd is always crazy. Every time, you know, I come here as a visitor, they're crazy. They're about, you know, the Cavs and the land, and very loyal. And they show up every single night. It's one of the things that I was mostly excited about. So tonight was no different.
James, even says Cleveland.com. Sam Merrill obviously went off for a heater tonight, 32 points, but there was a moment where he had hit like a second or third 3 in a row, and the celebration kind of broke out.
Yep.
The game had to stop, but there was no timeout. Have you ever been a part of a situation like that?
I didn't know what was going on. I was just so excited. I didn't know if it was a timeout. I didn't know what to do. But you know, the first 2 games, Sam, I don't even know, he probably made 1 or 2 threes. But, you know, just see him working every single day, like he's a sniper, you know what I mean? So when somebody has it like that going, I was just trying to get the ball to him just to, you know, create those shots. But, like, that's the beauty of this team. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have, like, you know, got somebody that can go out there and score 30 and we don't have to do nothing, you know what I mean? So, and it makes a lot of sense, especially, like, in the postseason. You know, you're going to need other players to step up. Obviously, you know, the main guys are going to be the main guys, and we get a lot of the focus and the attention. But, you know, guys like Sam and JT and just everybody else, you know, that can make shots and put the defense on their heels. You know, I don't know how you can stop it.
Jared Allen was 8 of 8.
Amazing. Amazing.
Obviously, you are one of the pick and roll maestros of the league, and you have different options, obviously, with big screen, small screen, with Donovan and Jalen and Sam Merrill. Just the amount of options that you guys have, and obviously Jared Allen being a rim-running big. How do you feel like you can unlock some of these guys?
It's not even about me unlocking. It's about me just going out there and just doing what I do, and things will just happen. Great things will just happen, you know. Tonight was, you know, I was a little careless with the basketball, and I got to be better, but it's just so many opportunities, man. So many, like the offense, the way the offense moves. You have like rolling bigs that finish around the rim. When Ev comes back, it's going to be even better. You know what I mean? So just figuring out, like when Ev comes back, the lineup is going to be, you know, we got 2 bigs, so we got to figure out what works and what doesn't work. But that shouldn't take long. You know what I mean? And so the different rotations. We're playing 10 guys right now. You know, it's just a lot, but like we're winning and it feels good. You know what I mean? I think other things we can correct and figure out on the fly. We're that good.
John.
James, John Table, Fox 8.
Hey, John.
Do you know the last time you attempted 4 shots in a game?
Nope. It don't even matter. It feels good. It don't even matter. Like, I don't care. Like, other than the turnovers, like, I wasn't going to go out there and 4 shots. First home game, you know what I mean? I'm excited, definitely excited. But we play the right brand of basketball, and guys understand the right brand of basketball that we're going to play consistently. It's going to come to me. And there's going to be nights where I score 35-40, you know what I mean? But I took 4 shots, and we won the game by 25 points. Next game, you know what I mean? And that's like the mindset for all of us. So Sam got it going. Don obviously had it going. Jay played extremely well. You know, who's next?
Do you credit that to just your experience and maturity as opposed to maybe if you were younger, you would probably force more shots? And
Even when I was younger, I never really tried to force shots. You know what I mean? Like, I understand what's going on. I understand this team and the dynamic of it and how many offensive weapons we have, you know. So, you know, I am top 10 in scoring all time. I'm not – scoring isn't a problem for me, you know what I mean? Like, I want to play the right way. I want to take shots when they're necessary, be aggressive when it's necessary, and when there's opportunities to get guys open, then, you know, make the right pass. So I think we all know – I think Don mentioned it and spoke on it a little bit. I think we all know why I'm here. You know what I mean? It's one goal, and – we all have that in common. So whether I take 4 shots or take 20 shots, we win the game, you know, who cares?
Mike.
Hey, James, Mike Lucas.
What's up, Mike?
Sports Show. Donovan has said, you just alluded to it, that after this deal, the expectations are there. You guys are here to win a championship.
Yep.
I know it's only been less than a week, but do you feel like you guys have the pieces in this locker room?
Yeah. Yes. And you can't really say that. I don't know how many times I've really said that throughout the course of my career, but given the depth, given the shooting, the athleticism, the versatility that we have, yes.
And James, you're a top 75 player of all time, top 10 scorer, 11th in assists. So now you're 16th, and it feels like it's kind of becoming more common in the NBA now where superstar players have moved around. Why do you think that's become kind of more the norm as opposed to guys who stick in one city and one team for their entire career?
I mean, at the end of the day, we all look at it. It is basketball, and the whole quote-unquote loyalty thing I think it's overrated. You know, I think this is a business at the end of the day, and it's a lot of money involved and a lot of decisions that has to be made. You know what I mean? So, you know, like if a player isn't producing or if you don't see him in the future or, you know, front office, some of them have to do like a job and want to keep their job, you know, so they got to feel like they got to do what's best for, you know, to keep their job, and they trade players. Or if a guy isn't happy and he wants to be traded to somewhere else, then it's a problem. It's just so many different dynamics that go into it. This is a business at the end of the day. So, like, you know, not even just the NBA, but, like, people that have normal jobs have those same problems. It's just not magnified, you know what I mean? So, for me, it's always about, like, I don't lose focus of, you know, trying to compete for a championship and then financially, you know, making sure that my family is taken care of. You know what I mean? Because I'm very smart and I've sacrificed a lot. You know what I mean? Financially, like, which I don't get credit. I don't get talked about, but I'm fulfilled and I'm happy with it. You know, but like winning a championship or at least having a chance to, and then financially getting paid for, you know, me being available and playing at the highest level for so long. So. To answer your question, you know, this is a business at the end of the day. So I feel like players should, you know, ultimately do what's best for them, and front office does what's best for them and their owner and their organization. So, you know, it's two sides of a story.
Okay, let's go right for James, everybody.
Love, y'all. See y'all in a minute.